The dislike of touching fat people is fatphobic.
No one in their right mind would want to be touched by strangers. Listen, you shouldn't go around touching anyone regardless of their body sizes. It's assault for doing so without consent. Now, if you're fat and demand people touch you, then you're sick. Touch yourself.
And also we have to be clear that like this isn't fat people going out of their way to try and invade other people's spaces. We are just trying to exist in public space.
No one said you shouldn't exist or that you're going out of your way to invade people's space.
Nope.
Regardless of your body size, you're expected to stay in your lane and adapt according to your own body size, for the world doesn't owe you anything.
Weight and body size is considered an immutable characteristic, which means it's something that we don't actually have control over.
Wrong. Go read some book and educate yourself. You have control over your weight unless you have some underlying condition and or use some medications that affect your weight. You're obese because you eat more calories than you need every single day. First law of thermodynamics. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. If you eat more calories than you need daily, then that surplus gets stored as fat each day. The less you use, the more it accumulates. And since you don't use it as fuel for workout, guess what? You just gain weight more and more. You do have control on your weight. If you monitor the quality and quantity of your meals and drinks and make better choices with what goes into your body, you will also notice that your weight will be more manageable. It all starts with you. So you're obese because you choose to be, and you make that choice every day.
In the same way that folks don't have control over their like sexuality or race or ethnicity. They're things that are intrinsic to our being.
Your weight is not of them.
Nope.
No one is born obese. Therefore, obesity is a choice.
We can't control how much space that we take up in the world.
Yes, you can. And I just debunked your claim.
Fat people know how much other people, especially on planes, do not want to be in physical contact with us. We can feel it. We can see it on your faces. Sometimes we can read it on your phones when you're texting people about us.
Your level of insecurity is appalling. No one cares that you as a fat person are just standing or sitting or doing whatever. Heck, regardless of how big you may be, most people won't notice you unless you do something that has direct impact on them. You're not the center of the universe. Chill. So, if you think others are talking about you or looking at you a certain way, that's a you problem. And only you can fix that shit.
So here are some things that would be a really great practice for thin folks and even other fat folks who haven't dealt with their fat phobia that you can do to actively show up for fat people in these spaces that cause a lot of distress for us.
Oh, please tell me how I can cater to your big sense of entitlement.
Use your human intuition when you're real life in these spaces.
How about you use your own human intuition and attend to your own personal issues rather than demand that others bend over to accommodate you?
If you happen to be sitting next to a fat person on a plane and you notice that we are contorting our bodies to try and take up as little space as possible, you can let us know that it's okay to make ourselves comfortable.
No one asks you to make yourself uncomfortable.
Nope.
If you're too big that you're uncomfortable in a plane seat, that is a you problem. Or you got yourself to that situation. Either book as many seats you need to be comfortable, or choose another means to travel.
You could volunteer to lift up the armrest.
No. Armrests are there for more comfort, and anyone is welcome to lift them or not. I'm definitely not going to sacrifice the comfort I paid for just so you could be cheap and cry about a situation that you created yourself.
Nope.
Don't make it a thing when we ask for a seatbelt extender.
Again, no one cares, and if you think anyone does, That's your own insecurity talking to you.
If a fat person is in a middle seat, that is so f***ing dreaded for us. Like, no, it's dreaded.
For the third time, no one cares about you but themselves. Any sane person boarding a plane knows that they're getting the level of comfort that they paid for, and that is one seat for them. If you're too big that you take more than one seat, it is your responsibility to make sure that you don't take a space that you didn't pay for, someone else's space. It is common sense, and if you don't have it, that is a you problem.
And you have an opportunity to switch a seat with a fat person so that they can be in a seat that's more comfortable for them, please do that.
How about you pay for a better seat yourself? Wow, the nerve! So I'm here booking my trip in advance and purchasing my ticket after selecting my seat. And then I come and give that seat to you so you will be more comfortable? Choosing beggar match? The fat acceptance movement and the people in it couldn't be more ridiculous than this. They get themselves to their obesity and then demand that the world bends over for them. Dear fat acceptance and fat activists, your weight is a result of your own poor choices. No one is saying that you shouldn't exist, but if you're going to do that and disrespect other people's personal space, then that's where the issue is. The world does not owe you anything. Nope. If you want more comfort, then you should pay for it. Want to be comfortable in an airplane? Then either fly business or first class, the seats are wider in those classes, or pay more than one seat in coach, or do travel by other means. You make the choice to be bigger than airplane seats. Therefore, you must also suffer the consequences of your own choices rather than demand that others sacrifice their own comfort just so you will get to enjoy that comfort for free. Stop being a choosing beggar and make the necessary adjustments for yourself already. You've made that bed. Now sleep in it. Thanks for watching, besties, and remember to train mean.